Is this viral cell phone gimbal merely a gimmick, or is it something that you need to be adding to your content creating arsenal? Is this going to be the next selfie light or tripod? Stay tuned and find out. We are going to unbox and kind of do a mini tutorial on the Auchuan Smart XE. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Auchuan. My husband got this for me off of Temu, but you can also pick it up on Amazon. I'll have that linked in the description. I think this one retails for 50 to 60 bucks, and then there's one that comes with a light, that like a magnetic light on top, and that one was closer to 80. So I feel like for a phone gimbal, that's pretty affordable. It's compatible with iOS and Android. So yeah, there's a zoom and focus control, 3 shooting modes, a smart app, easy fold, 3-axis stabilization. So let's get into it. Take this little sheath off, open it up. It comes with directions. There is a QR scanner. All right, first things first, definitely watch a video. Like, do not just like open it up. Like when I first got this, I was like, let me just open it up. There's definitely a little bit more to it than a regular tripod. So the first thing you're gonna do, it does come in a nice case. Like, I'm gonna keep this part and put it in like an actual tech bag. It comes with this little doohickey. You got your charger in there, but you're going to take this part, take this out, don't be scared. You're going to screw this on, first step. And it's important that you do this on a level surface. So this part's scary because it feels like you're gonna break it. You're going to open it up until it's kind of making like a number 7, and then you open up the legs. There is a top and bottom, so you want the name brand to be facing upright, and you'll see like there's this magnetic piece. You want that to be facing up. Now, unfortunately, a lot of phone cases like do not work, so you're gonna have to take your phone out of the case in order for it to work. So let me clean this off. Your phone is dirty. So yeah, this is probably the hardest part and the most important part. When you put it in the gimbal, you want it to be as close to horizontal as possible, so you have to kind of balance it almost like a scale. So it's just going to take some maneuvering. Like, in theory, you want it to look like this, or as close as possible. The first thing you're going to want to do after you get to this point is download the app, and then they also have their own tutorials, which I highly recommend watching. They're very helpful. So I already have the app downloaded on this phone. I'm just going to connect the Wi-Fi, or connect the Bluetooth. So the first thing I do is hold down the power button. All right, very good. It is Smart XE, it's connected, so we're gonna go to the app. Before we get into the smart app features, let's go over the basics. The power button is the power button. All of the lights will light up at the top. There is a pro version of this gimbal that has an actual screen. There is a joystick-like button here. You can actually move your phone through that. If you tap it, you can change modes. For example, you could go into POV mode. The record button, yes, it records or takes photos. However, if you double tap it, your phone will go from horizontal to vertical or vice versa. This button on the side is actually for zooming in and zooming out. And then this dial right here is for focusing. Now, these buttons are great and simple to use. It feels really good quality in my hands when I'm using it. I feel like there wasn't that big of a learning curve, and you are going to really appreciate the facial tracking and hand gesture features, so let's check it out. If you tap this twice, it'll go vertical. If you tap it twice again, it'll go horizontal. That's the record button. So, as you can see, I'm recording myself. So this little hand thing right here is for gestures. So there are a few different gestures. As you can see, the fist is to switch from photo to video. Palm is to stop or start recording or taking a photo. You get a 3-second countdown. And then the OK gesture is to turn off facial tracking. I'm just going to turn those off for a minute. The facial tracking is honestly a really good feature. You're probably going to use it quite a bit. So it will follow me around. You can do this with a body, with an object. So that is pretty cool if you're just trying to do an actual selfie. When you're not wanting the gimbal to focus your phone or follow one specific point or object, I highly recommend POV mode, especially if you're trying to get landscape views or you're making a long form video where you want to really show maybe the scenery around you. The POV mode makes most sense because it's going to almost track as if you're looking at it, as if people are seeing things through your scope of vision. So in a minute here, I'm going to actually show what my camera or my cell phone looks like when I'm recording with or without the gimbal. You let me know if you can spot the difference. I have a split screen taking nearly the same shot with the same exact Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. However, one of the shots it is in the gimbal, one of the shots it is in my hand. Let me know if you can tell which is which. To me, the difference is clear. Another really cool thing about this, I'm not like a huge fan of filming in app like with third parties, but that's how you're able to access a lot of the features for this gimbal. The app, when you're recording, it does save it onto the app, but it also automatically saves it onto your phone. So I don't know if that's for everybody. Like, I don't know if it was just like my phone settings already, if I had to like give those permissions, but I like that I don't have to manually go in like with some of my other action cameras and stuff. I have to offload footage and it's just such a pain. So I just like let it sit there forever. So this just goes right onto your phone and it's just way easier. You can like use it right away. When you're ready to disassemble, like you're done recording everything, turn this off first. Okay, so you're gonna hold down the power button again, and there's lights up here that indicate different modes or like power and everything. So you're gonna hold this down. See how now it's just kind of like floppy, if that makes sense. So now you can gently take it out. It disconnects from the device, from Bluetooth. And then this is the part that I feel like I'm gonna break it, but I'm not, okay? You're going to gently, the opposite side of the zoom wheel, it's getting windy. You're going to gently fold it back down. This part faces inside, like the claws face inside. So it should look like that. The claws should be facing in, okay? And then you just close these up, unscrew it, and you can put it back into the box it belongs in. I have like a hard shell tech case that I'm going to keep it in, but I'm going to use the inside foam inserts. That is the gist of it. There's also a little place to put an arm loop, which I strongly suggest. For the price, I feel like they should have included that, but I won't hold it against them. So yeah, I hope that was really straightforward, and honestly, like, just use the instructions it comes with and it should make sense. I am not paid or sponsored by this brand. However, I do have a link in the description if you would like to purchase one for yourself. I think it's a really great product. And as always, don't get bamboozled.